Do you feel like your automatic car is indestructible? Think again. These are 7 deadly mistakes to avoid in your automatic car that could be wearing down your transmission and costing you thousands. Mistake 1. Shifting into park while moving. Let's start off with a pretty common one. Many drivers shift into park before coming to a complete stop, either out of habit or because they're in a rush. But this simple mistake can cause serious damage to your transmission. Inside your transmission is a small part called a parking pawl, a metal pin that locks the gears when you put the car in park. If you shift while the car is still rolling, the pawl tries to engage while the gears are still moving, leading to unnecessary grinding, wear, or even breakage. Over this time, this can cause your transmission to slip, make strange noises, or fail completely. Another issue is stress on the transmission components. When you shift into park while moving, the transmission absorbs the force instead of your brakes. This increases wear on internal parts, leading to expensive repairs. Avoiding it is simple. Always bring your car to a full stop before shifting into park. It might seem like a small change, but it definitely extends the life of your transmission, potentially saving you thousands in repair costs. If you're parked on an incline, engage the parking brake first before shifting into park to reduce stress on the transmission. Mistake 2. Resting your foot on the brake constantly. Many drivers unknowingly keep their foot lightly on the brake pedal while driving, especially in heavy traffic during rush hour. While it might seem harmless and to some even necessary, this habit can cause some serious problems for both your brakes and transmission. When you keep slight pressure on the brakes, it creates friction between the brake pads and rotors because they're constantly engaged. This leads to excessive wear and overheating. This overheating makes it harder to stop when you actually need to, and in extreme cases, it can cause total brake failure. Another issue is the damaging effect it has on the transmission. In automatic cars, the engine and transmission work together to keep the car moving. If you're slightly pressing the brakes while accelerating, it forces the transmission to work harder, leading to higher fuel consumption and faster wear on internal components. To prevent this, only use the brakes when necessary, rest your foot flat on the floor when you don't need to slow down, and always maintain a safe following distance so you're not constantly braking in stop-and-go traffic. Small changes in driving habits can extend the life of your transmission and brakes too. Mistake 3. Ignoring transmission fluid changes. The third mistake is skipping or delaying transmission fluid changes. Your automatic transmission relies on clean transmission fluid to keep everything running smoothly and efficiently. This fluid acts not only as a lubricant, but as a coolant and hydraulic agent too. This is what ensures that gears shift properly without any friction between moving parts. However, many drivers neglect to check or change the transmission fluid, which leads to serious and almost always expensive damage. As transmission fluid ages, it breaks down, loses its lubricating properties, and becomes contaminated with tiny metal particles from internal wear. This can cause a ton of very annoying problems like slipping gears, overheating, rough shifting, and eventually complete transmission failure. Unlike engine oil, luckily transmission fluid doesn't need to be changed frequently, but skipping on it for too long can result in repairs costing thousands of dollars. To avoid these issues, read up on the owner's manual to be aware of the manufacturer's recommended service intervals. Most cars require a transmission fluid change every 30,000 to 60,000 miles. Check your owner's manual for the exact schedule. If you notice delayed shifting, slipping gears, or a burning smell, it could be a sign that your fluid needs replacing. Timely transmission maintenance not only extends the life of your car, but also improves performance and fuel efficiency, saving you money in the long run. Don't wait until it's too late. Mistake 4. Downshifting to slow down, using L or manual mode incorrectly. Number 4 is a technical one. Some drivers believe that downshifting in an automatic car is a smart way to slow down while reducing brake wear. While it might work in some situations, misusing lower gears or manual mode can cause serious damage to your transmission. Automatic transmissions are designed to shift gears smoothly and efficiently based on speed and engine load. If you force the car into a lower gear at high speeds, it puts sudden strain on the transmission, causing excessive wear on internal components. This can lead to harsh shifting, overheating of the mechanical components, and even long-term damage that may require costly repairs. To avoid damage, just trust your automatic transmission to do its job. It's built for this. Modern transmissions are highly advanced and can handle varying driving conditions without unnecessary manual intervention. If you need engine braking on a steep hill, downshift gradually and at the right speed. Otherwise, rely on your brakes, not your transmission, to slow down. It is vital to keep your transmission working flawlessly and extend its lifespan. Mistake 5. Revving in neutral before shifting to drive. Next up, we have drivers with the habit of revving the engine while in neutral before shifting into drive, assuming that it helps the car warm up or improves performance. In reality, this practice straight up shocks the transmission. When you rev the engine in neutral, the RPMs increase, but there isn't any load on the drivetrain, meaning the moment you shift into drive, all that stored energy violently transfers to the transmission, creating a harsh impact on gears, clutch packs, and other internal components. Over time, this leads to premature wear on the transmission and can even cause sudden jerks or slippage when shifting gears. Modern automatic cars are designed to warm up naturally while idling or driving gently. Revving the engine unnecessarily wastes fuel and increases wear without providing any real benefits. If you're trying to warm up your car in cold weather, simply let it idle for 30 to 60 seconds before driving at a moderate pace. The best practice is to keep engine revs steady and shift gears smoothly. Avoid unnecessary strain on the transmission, and you'll extend its lifespan, improve fuel efficiency, and prevent sudden mechanical failures that could leave you stranded. Mistake 6. Driving on low fuel frequently. At number 6, we have a mistake that is easily overlooked and many wouldn't even see it coming, but one that quietly wears down your car over time without you even realizing it. Drivers let their fuel level drop to near empty before refueling, either to save time or to stretch every mile out of a tank. However, consistently driving on low fuel can cause serious damage to your fuel system and engine, leading to expensive repairs down the road. So apart from powering the engine, your car's fuel pump relies on gasoline for both cooling and lubrication. When fuel levels are too low, the pump starts sucking in air and debris from the bottom of the tank, which leads to overheating and premature failure. A damaged fuel pump can then cause hard starts, stalling, and even engine shutdowns that cost a fortune in repairs, leaving you stranded at the worst possible moment. Additionally, sediment and dirt naturally settle at the bottom of your gas tank over time, and when you drive on low fuel, these contaminants get pulled into the fuel system, clogging the fuel filter and injectors. This can lead to poor engine performance, misfires, and reduced fuel efficiency, making your car struggle even more to deliver power when you need it most. To avoid these issues, always try to keep at least a quarter of a tank full in your car. Not only will this protect your fuel pump and engine, but it also ensures you're never caught off guard by an empty tank in an emergency. A little precaution is worth the effort, saving you from unnecessary stress and costly breakdowns. Mistake 7. Using the wrong gear for driving conditions. At number 7, we have a mistake that even the most experienced drivers are prone to make, using the wrong gear for the situation, which puts unnecessary stress on your transmission and reduces fuel efficiency. Here's how many drivers leave their car and drive at all times, for example, even when going down steep hills. This forces the brakes to do all the work, leading to faster wear and rotors overheating. What you should be doing instead is using a lower gear, allowing engine braking to assist, reducing strain on the brakes. Be sure to match the speed and the gear you're about to shift to so you don't end up blowing the engine. Another common mistake is not using the correct gear when towing or carrying heavy tools. Automatic transmissions often have tow haul modes or manual shifting options designed to handle extra weight. Ignoring these settings can cause excessive transmission slipping and even failure. Similarly, switching to neutral while coasting may seem like a fuel-saving trick, but modern cars already optimize fuel use when coasting in gear. Shifting to neutral removes engine braking and reduces control, making it a safety risk. To keep your transmission in top shape, always use the right gear for the right situation. A little attention to how you shift can save you thousands in repairs and improve your car's performance. Have you been guilty of any of these? Let us know in the comments and subscribe.